I welcome Shri Darshan Parekh, Director, PGE Industries Private Limited, who is focused on developing specialized sealing and consumable components for OEMs since 30 years and having many technical collaborations to develop indigenized products with all necessary approvals of quality standards. Welcome, Darshan. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Dharmendra sir. It's been a pleasure listening to you, and it's been a pleasure to be on this panel.
Thank you. With my first question would go to Shri Darshan Parekh. Darshan bhai, with the change of the definition of MSMEs as regards with the turnover and the capital employed and everything, and the global competition to be faced in India, with all MNCs entering India, even into the medium scale sectors, what do you think is the future, and what strategies should the MSMEs adopt to become successful, survive, and grow consistently in their business? What is your opinion?
Thank you, Dharmendra sir. First of all, for the introduction, and a warm good afternoon to all the panel members also, and the entire team of Vyapaar Jagat. So, first of all, for the question, this is the best time right now for all MSMEs to rise up and grow together. One of the big challenges that COVID did is disrupted supply chains across the world. We, as an exporter and a manufacturer, have been trying to work with large MNCs who had a supply chain set up with Far East, with Chinese manufacturers. And they were not looking also at India, irrespective whether it's a price or a quality, because it's set. But now what COVID has done is it's forced them to look at alternative options. The entire logistics supply chain is now being asked to find a second alternative. And honestly, India is the best placed area for this. To even look at the global map in one scenario is you have two big nations. One is the North American continent and the European continent. And all of us want to work in that level, mainly because it aspires us to become bigger and better. When we look at logistics, we found that we could compete extremely strong in European market, primarily because our distance from the Europe to India is a lot shorter than Chinese to India. So you literally could deliver goods in probably 1 month to Europe when the Chinese used to take around 2 months. This is a fact that is never going to change, right? Irrespective of whatever and however you work at in terms of pricing. So we want Indian MSMEs to look at that. First of all, you have an advantage that no one can take away from us. The government is extremely is basically trying to harness the potential of MSMEs and encouraging us to try new grounds. It's pushing with its there is SIDBI that is extremely proactive in giving out collaterals. There is the Exim Bank that's also being extremely strong. The Ministry of MSME has been ensuring that MSMEs are preferred in India projects, but also on a global level. We work with oil and gas, we work with Engineers India Limited, and they literally they basically are marketing managers for us now, where they bring Indian MSMEs to the forefront on a global scale. So you not only have this entire government machine working for you, you also have these financial supports that also MSMEs needs to grow. We consider success as an idea of finance and execution. Now, let's be honest, nearly all the world, nearly all good big corporate giants right now have Indians as their heads, because ideas are not something we are falling short of. It's always been that finance was always not available. And because of that, execution always everyone had to take on their own. But that's no longer the case. Someone like Vyapaar Jagat right now is also encouraging MSMEs to explore options, get out of your comfort zones. What we see MSME's future as an industry is to don't look to copy a Chinese model and try to be more economical in scale. Try to be a research and development company. Look to develop technologies that are coming up in the future and become a threat to the Europeans and the Americans, because that's how you will grow. You're no longer going to grow if all you're doing is offering a 2 rupees cheaper than a Chinese alternative. And even people on the panel, I think Dr. Rashi Gupta is all about a future technology. So you're well versed in being there as the company grows and as the country grows. But most importantly, as MSMEs, we look at something called as ESG, which is environmental safety and governance. And so look at environmentally safe options, because that's where the others have screwed up, right? So we focus on places where you can do better, not only for the country, but also for the environment and the global supply chain as a whole. Yeah, Dharmendra, sir, I think that would sum it up.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point that you raised. Demographically, we are having an advantage over China. So our geographic advantage that we can reach our products to the European market much faster than what Chinese can do. And once again, having a futuristic vision of products that are going to come up in the world in the times to come. So rather than having products which are into competition, we get into products which are futuristic, and we develop such kind of technologies and infrastructure where we can compete globally. I believe that would be the strategy for MSMEs that you highlighted. Thank you very much, Darshan. I'll once again come back to you.
Thank you, Dharmendra, sir.